The former Oriana is on the move, and today we're exploring the incredible journey of this ship that's now about to make waves in Brazil's cruise market. From her origins as a British cruise ship to her upcoming debut as the Buenavista, this vessel has lived many lives. So let's dive into her story. I'm Chris Frame, the Maritime historian, and I'm here to share with you the remarkable story of the former Oriana. Corazul Cruceros has officially opened bookings for the maiden season in Brazil, and the star of the show will be the cruise ship Buenavista. After spending the summer months of 2026 in the Mediterranean, the ship will reposition to Brazil in late October. Starting in early November 2026, the former Oriana will begin a season of 3 to 7 night cruises, departing from Santos and Rio de Janeiro. And the itineraries the ship will sail will visit some of Brazil's most beloved coastal destinations. Corazul is designing an entire onboard experience specifically for Brazilian travelers. Portuguese will be the main language on board, and entertainment will be tailored to local tastes. And the cruise fare will be all-inclusive, covering meals, travel insurance, and most alcoholic beverages. This is quite a departure from this ship's original life as the Oriana, built to serve the British cruise market. Before she became Buenavista, the ship had a long and distinguished history. She entered service in 1995 as MV Oriana and was built at the renowned Rebirth shipyard in Germany. Oriana was christened by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and became one of the most iconic ships in the P&O Cruises fleet. She was designed specifically for the British market and had extra speed built into her to allow her to transit the Bay of Biscay quickly overnight on the first day of the voyage. She earned herself a reputation for elegance and for her speed and reliability, though the ship did have a cavitation issue that made her aft decks vibrate when she was at full speed. For more than 2 decades, the Oriana sailed the world and even held the title as P&O's fastest ship for many years. This included the award of the Golden Cockerel, which was presented to the fastest P&O ship, a tradition that was carried on from when P&O merged with the Orient Line. In 2019, much to the heartbreak of many P&O travellers, the Oriana left the fleet and began a new life in Asia under Astro Ocean Cruises. Here she was renamed Pianoland, and she operated regional itineraries from Hong Kong and the Chinese cruise market. She weathered out the storm of the pandemic and returned to service, and a refit in 2024 aimed to refresh her interiors and prepared her for further cruising in the region. However, now she's moving on once again, and in 2026 the ship is transforming into the Buenavista. This will be the flagship for Corazul. The refurbished Mediterranean-inspired style will blend with Brazilian warmth and energy, so you can have an atmosphere that's relaxed, social, and has great food and entertainment. Well, at least that's what they're planning. I guess we'll see how this translates when the ship is in service. So from her royal beginnings as Oriana to Asian adventures as Pianoland, the ship's upcoming debut in Brazil will be quite something to watch as Buenavista sets sail in this developing cruise market. Oriana is a ship that helped reinvent P&O, and I actually did a video about how Oriana saved P&O cruises, which I've linked in the description and the info card above. And now she's ready to bring a new wave of cruising to Brazil's coast. If you're planning on a cruise in 2026 or 2027 in Brazil and you speak Portuguese, keep an eye out for Buenavista. And if you have sailed on board the ship as Pianoland or Oriana, I'd love to hear your memories of this wonderful ship in the comments below. I sailed on board in 2018 and absolutely fell in love with this ship. She's just fantastic. Now, I have mentioned a few times on the channel before that things have been really difficult recently. Recent changes to the algorithm have meant that our views have plummeted in recent time, despite putting out quality content. One of the biggest things that we notice is that most of our viewers aren't actually subscribed. By hitting that subscribe button, you tell the algorithm that you like my content, which then helps it push the content to a greater audience, which helps us keep the channel sustainable. If you could subscribe, that would be awesome. I really appreciate your support. Thanks once again for watching, and as always, a huge thank you to our channel members whose support helps make these videos possible. Also, don't forget to check out my Substack. It's full of great information about maritime history. And until next time, I hope to see you on board.